Hi, my name's Shane from Astral Dragon Gaming, and this is my review of Bastion. Bastion is a game made by Supergiant Games. It is a fantastic indie game that was developed by 7 individual people. It has probably one of the best soundtracks and best voiceovers I have ever heard out of a game. So, let's continue. We'll start off by looking at how pretty this game is. One of the great things about this game that you see is that as you're watching it, it builds itself block by block and puts itself together in a kind of Lego-esque fashion, but it's tiled and it's very, very interesting how your pathway is opened up by this continuous construction of things, and it gives a great birth and feeling to the world, as if it's not whole, but at the same time the area you're walking on is complete, and at times they'll also break apart and fall away from you, which is a terrible thing, but it really is a great graphical design and it looks fantastic the whole way through. When we look at the animation itself, the animation is so crystal smooth, and again I am blown away by the fact that this was made by 7 people. It always amazes me that indie games create this beauty about games when they are created by these people that are passionate about an idea, that one game, and pull it together, and that is what this is shown, with the animation being so liquid smooth, the smoothing movement of the hammer as you're throwing it around, various projectiles you use, and the enemies. I love the enemies, how they move, how they block, how they have weight. It is so fantastic, and this runs crystal clear on every system it has ever been put on, and it is a truly marvellous game for your eyes, and it's one of those games that you keep on your listing as something you want to watch all the time, because it really is a great game.
Kid better watch it.
The other really interesting thing about this is the palette colours. All the different sort of colours and everything. They're very natural, they're very vibrant, and
just like that,
they're not in your face either. And each environment that you go to, they are suited to that environment. The actual selection of colours that they've chosen, and how to sort of mash them all together and make it all look so organic but artificial at the same time is an extraordinary piece of work. And this whole time you get this impression of the voxel sort of on an isometric sort of design that you're on all the whole time through the game, and it is a really great game. You don't see this in a lot of games, considering again this game was made in 2012 and it's still to this day is an extraordinary piece of work. Now we'll have a listen to some of the sounds and I'll start talking about them.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. Out from underground, kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him though. The Calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
One of the best things about this is the narrative. The narrative in this game really sells the whole thing. If I could have this guy read me a book, if I could have this guy just do the whole thing. The guy that does the voice for Ruckus is extraordinary in just how they've written all these lines for all these incidental things all the way through the game, and he hits them every time, and there is a feeling of weight to all his wording, and you feel like you are the protagonist in a story and you're walking through a story the whole time, and it really just sings to you the whole time, this entire thing, and I love it, and it just talks to me the whole time. The sounds are another fabulous thing about this game. The weapon sounds, the environmental sounds, the whooshing of the wind, the sound of all the different things are so good, and the sound of the land being built or falling apart. I just absolutely love it, and the intense feeling that you get from when you've got projectiles and you're hearing them coming at you and everything, and you're seeing it at the same time. But it just really just gives you a great immersion feeling, and you're right in the game, in the thick of it, mashing the controls to make sure that you try to kill off enough enemies to try and get as fast and furiously through the game as possible before you get killed off by everything. The music is probably one of the best things about this game. It is subtle, but it is very prominent the whole way through the game. But it's not overpowering. Ruckus is always sounding, all the actual game sounds are always there. So there is a fabulous meshing of sound the whole way through. So that the entire game, all the way through, you don't get things that cut off other things, you don't get things that mesh into other things. It is smooth the whole way through. Overall, the sound in this game is extraordinary. It is, once again, a marvel, and the work of people passionate about games that shows. I mean, is one of the main reasons why every time Supergiant says, oh yeah, we're just releasing a game, I want to look at it, because every game they've released has been, bar none, probably the best work that has come out of the indie industry in general. Now, a bit about the gameplay. You basically wake up as a person on a rock, and the entire world has fallen apart and is no more. There's no one. Everyone's been turned to pillars of ash, and yeah, you're pretty much alone. So you wander along and you're hearing this guy voice the whole way through telling you what's happening, but you don't meet him until you get to the Bastion. The Bastion is a central hub area where you insert these crystals, and the crystals reforge parts of the Bastion, and the Bastion is supposed to be the hub that's going to be able to rebuild the world. So you fight through all these different stages to try and get there. Along the way you have various weapons such as projectile and hand weapons, and you also get different power-ups, and you get health potions, other things. You need to upgrade your different powers, you can upgrade your different weapons and whatnot. But another really interesting thing for the completionists and people that really love hard games, there is also the option to add to the game, to make the game harder for you or easier, depending on how you want to look at it. And there are so many different ways that you can play this game. It's not just a straight up, let's go in, mash the buttons, the game's finished. No. This game requires tactics, it requires understanding, it requires how you use the weapons, what different weapons work best with different enemies and stuff. There are so many different levels in this game. Just, again, a mind bender at how deep and how extraordinary a game it is. Now, I can highly recommend this game for a lot of reasons. It is a great feeling game, and the voiceover is probably the one thing that sells this game so much better than even the action contained within the game. The action is really great. I've played a lot of different action games over the years, but this still calls to me every time I pick it up and I play it, and I love it for the quality of it. So that's all I've got time for. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please hit me up on the description down below, and please tell me what games you think I should be looking at and what games you would like to hear about. I'm more than happy to pick up a game if enough people sort of say, hey, I don't know what this game's like, and if I know something about the game, or I've got the time to sort of buy the game, I'm more than happy to pick it up and give it a review. Do make sure that you subscribe to stay updated with my different videos they'll be putting out, and also make sure you hit that bell icon so that you are notified about them. And the like button, you can hit it, not hit it, I don't care. By the way, I'd like to hear what people's views are on different sort of topics, like BlizzCon that's just finished. I'd love to hear what people think about new Diablo and whatnot. I know by the time some people see this, it'll probably be an outdated video. I do want to hear about it. So other than that, hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll see you next time. This is Shane from Master Dragon.
Young and old keep fighting for the fort. Kid can't hardly tell up from down.